Guyver Beach, a hidden stretch of white sand just north of Sennen Cove in West Cornwall, England, is the kind of place most people pass by without ever realizing it's there. Reached only by winding roads through sand dunes, the beach feels remote and untouched. But for YouTuber Jacob Cockle, this spot was more than just a getaway. It was home. In 2011, Jacob launched his YouTube channel, Whirlpool Hitman, where he uploaded daring footage of his extreme adventures. His videos featured him swimming in whirlpools, cliff jumping, surfing massive waves, and even exploring caves. Over time, the channel gained nearly 50,000 subscribers before it was closed. Jacob's fearless lifestyle earned him recognition beyond YouTube. His stunts landed him magazine covers in major surfing publications and even awards from the Sunday Times and National Geographic. One of Jacob's most popular concepts involved whirlpools. Sometimes he would toss objects into the swirling vortex, filming as they were sucked under by the powerful currents. More often, though, he would swim in the whirlpools himself, a breathtaking but extremely dangerous stunt. The swirling waters could easily pull a person beneath the surface in seconds, but Jacob embraced the risk. On the 28th of May 2013, the whirlpool at Hale Estuary, which surfaced only a few times each year, appeared once again. Jacob saw it as the perfect chance to capture new footage for his channel. Excited, he rushed to the home of his friend, artist David Rain, and asked him to help film. David had collaborated with Jacob before and, seeing his enthusiasm, agreed to join. As with many of his videos, Jacob wanted to add a playful twist to the stunt. For this shoot, he chose a horse mask as a prop. Slipping into the water, he allowed the vortex to pull him gently along its edge. For several minutes, he circled around, moving with the currents, but never letting himself be dragged down.
I reckon you got enough there.
Riding the current of it with your body.
Are you?
Yeah, it's really similar to surfing. Just flowing with it. That's pretty scary.
You got enough?
I should really make the most of it. I don't know what else to do.
Instead of leaving the water, Jacob asked David to hand him his stick-mounted GoPro so he could grab one final piece of underwater footage before wrapping up the day. Moments after he dived beneath the surface, David grew uneasy. Jacob wasn't coming back up. When his calls went unanswered, David rushed to the other end of the quay, where the current carried into a pool. There, he spotted his friend floating face down, and in that instant, he knew it was too late. Jacob was gone. In March 2014, his final footage was uploaded to YouTube with a haunting message at the end. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. At just 28 years old, Jacob lost his life doing what he loved most. His funeral overflowed with mourners, far more than the small church could hold. All gathered to celebrate the fearless adventurer they admired. A year after his passing, the harbour was renovated, and the whirlpool that had fascinated Jacob and ultimately claimed his life disappeared forever. If this clip gave you chills, the next will make your heart race. Since 2009, fitness model and actor Greg Plitt had uploaded more than 120 videos to his channel, where he motivated viewers to train hard, challenge both body and mind, and build a lasting legacy. In countless uploads, he preached a philosophy of extreme discipline and urged his followers to seize every day as a chance to become the best version of themselves. Over the years, Greg inspired hundreds of thousands of young men to push beyond their limits, embrace hard work, and grab life by the horns. As a West Point graduate and former Army Ranger who had leapt from planes more than 1,000 times, Greg didn't just speak about discipline and courage, he lived it. Tragically, in 2015, Greg lost his life at just 37 years old after being struck by a Metrolink commuter train in Burbank, California. Witnesses reported he had been filming a video with 2 crew members at the time of the accident. According to the police report, Greg may have been attempting to outrun the train to capture a dramatic shot, or perhaps he mistakenly believed it was approaching on a parallel track. At some point, he tripped and couldn't get up in time to avoid impact. One bystander chillingly photographed him standing near the tracks just moments before, and another later claimed to have seen security footage of the train coming up behind him. This was not the first time Greg had used train tracks as a backdrop. He had previously filmed himself doing push-ups on the rails.
He had on all black, the train went by, I saw him stumbled over the tracks. He had a camcorder in his hand, something like yours, and then that was it, the train stopped.
And you didn't see, you just saw him walking across the track?
Well, I saw him stumble over the tracks as the train was going by, and then it stops right there.
To this day, it remains unclear what Greg was truly trying to capture, but it wasn't the first time he had used train tracks as a backdrop for his daring workout videos. In the past, he had been filmed doing push-ups on the rails, playing with fire, and defying death by stepping away from oncoming trains at the very last moment. Sadly, on that afternoon in 2015, his reflexes weren't fast enough. Even so, Greg is remembered as a shining example of living boldly. Through his countless fans, close friends, and loving family, his legacy continues to inspire and will live on forever. Let's move to our next spine-chilling footage. Albert Durland was a Danish actor, musician, and YouTuber, best known for his comedy sketches and quirky music videos. Since launching his channel in 2016, he uploaded over 220 videos, building a loyal fan base of more than 170,000 subscribers who loved his unique sense of humor and creativity. His online success soon carried over into film, and in 2018, Albert starred in the comedy Team Albert, a movie that follows the life of a high schooler chasing YouTube fame. The film went on to win the Blockbuster Audience Award at the 2019 Danish Film Awards, further cementing his reputation as one of Denmark's brightest young entertainers. On the 28th of July, 2021, Albert traveled to the Italian Alps with friends to hike Mount Sisida, part of the Dolomites, a breathtaking but treacherous limestone mountain range known for its towering cliffs and sudden drop-offs. While hiking, Albert shared an Instagram story with his followers, showing off the stunning views surrounding him. Later that same day, as he filmed a video for his channel on his phone, tragedy struck. Albert slipped and fell more than 600 feet from the mountainside. Rescue services were immediately dispatched, and a helicopter reached the scene shortly after. But despite their efforts, Albert was pronounced dead at the site of the accident. Authorities later confirmed that he and his friends had been hiking a route linking two mountain peaks, though it remains unclear what led to the fall. News of his death shocked both fans and fellow creators. Thousands of tributes poured in across social media, where he was remembered as a Danish YouTube icon whose content brought laughter and joy to millions. Over the course of his career, his videos amassed more than 90 million views, a testament to his reach beyond Denmark and into an international community of fans. Albert Durland's sudden passing was a devastating reminder of the risks involved in creating content in extreme locations. Yet, even in tragedy, his legacy lives on. To this day, fans continue to celebrate his humor, talent, and the unforgettable mark he left on the YouTube community and Danish entertainment. If this gave you goosebumps, the next will freeze your blood. James Stobb was a YouTuber, best known for his daring and original train-hopping videos. Traveling across the country by riding on the backs of freight trains, he built a loyal following who loved his mix of raw adventure, piano playing, deadpan humor, and hilarious commentary on everything he saw. Train hopping has always been incredibly dangerous, whether from the risk of falling, getting caught between cars, or being struck while climbing. But it never stopped James. On his channel, which grew to nearly 60,000 subscribers and featured just over 60 videos, he proudly called himself Stobb the Hobo, Fans often shared how they first met him at bars or in random towns, assuming he was joking when he claimed to ride freight trains across America. But he always proved them wrong, with incredible footage from his cross-country trips. From Palm Beach to Jacksonville and beyond, his videos captured not only the thrill of life on the rails, but also the simplicity of his own joys: good food, cold beer, and the freedom of the open tracks. Tragically, James's adventures came to an end on the 8th of November, 2017, when he was killed in a train accident in Baltimore. The exact details of what happened remain unclear. Some sources suggest he may have fallen from an overpass, while others believe his backpack got caught on a passing Amtrak train as he stood on a bridge. The lack of media coverage only deepened the mystery, leaving fans desperate for answers. Many requested that the Baltimore police release more details, but authorities asked the public to respect his family's privacy. Even years later, much about his death remains unknown. Yet one thing is certain: Stobe the hobo passed away doing what he loved most. To this day, his fearless spirit, his adventures, and his unforgettable personality live on through his videos and the thousands of fans who continue to celebrate his legacy. Like, subscribe, and share with others, and let us know your favorite clip in the comments section.